What's up, guys? Gabe here. This episode, we had a very special guest, Miss Gabb Gowdy. She is the head of social media at FanDuel and just a Cleveland sports fanatic. I mean, how many of those do you know? But she was fantastic. We did have some audio issues, but bear with us. But just listen and enjoy. It was an awesome episode, and we had a lot of fun. And Gabs, you listening? Thanks for coming on. All right, guys, get into it.
Well, we're the GaZ cast, but it's just Gabe and Zach on a cast. We just like a cast of characters.
Welcome to the GaZ cast. It's Gabe and Zach.
What's up?
And we have a special guest here. Gabs, tell us about yourself.
My name is Gabb Gowdy. I am an avid Cleveland sports fan, and I'm a content creator for FanDuel.
Awesome. You can give out your socials.
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all at Gabb Gowdy, GabbGoudy.
Awesome. She's a great follow. Hit her up.
Do it.
A Cleveland Browns fan. Like, how many of those do you know?
A lot.
I mean, just because you're in Cleveland.
Living in Cleveland.
In Ohio.
No, I know. I know.
Oh, that's awesome. So, yeah, thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
Our Twitter, GazCast. You can find us on YouTube, find us on any podcast platform, and our Twitter, GZCast. Let's get right into it. And you know what? Just for you, we'll start with this Browns-Steelers game. You went to the last game of the season, correct, for the Browns-Steelers?
Yep.
Yeah. So
and that's when they got in the playoffs.
Yeah, talk about the experience. Were you happy? Like, holy smoke, the Browns made the playoffs. I never thought I'd see it.
Yeah, I was really happy. I drank a lot of Twisted Teas before. I don't really drink Twisted Teas, but it just felt right because the video.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and that was in Ohio. That video was in Cleveland.
Really?
So I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm like, we got to drink the teas. Like it's just a holiday. We have to celebrate. I did it. Went to the game. We won. We beat Mason Rudolph. We celebrated, and then we played again.
Hey, beat him, man. Hey, yeah. No. So what were you doing, I guess, watching the game? Did you expect the playoff game to just start out like that? I mean, watch now, immediate touchdown. It looked like Big Ben and James Conner didn't want to lay on the football. Like, what the heck?
Did I think that was going to happen? Absolutely not. Did I think any of that was going to happen? No. Like, I started screaming. I was just in my apartment with my roommate. We were screaming, jumping up and down. I didn't know what to do. We didn't stop screaming for like the first quarter, actually, because it didn't stop. It was 28-0. And we're like, this is unreal. This is unreal. We have to be up by 50 because I don't believe in them. And that's what I thought.
At any point, did you think that the Steelers were like actually gonna push for a comeback?
Yeah, the whole entire game until victory formation.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, 28-0 in that first quarter. That's got to be like sitting on. All right, can it end now? Can it end now? Let's roll the clock, run the ball.
I fired off a tweet. I said, stop the count. But like 28-0. That's still not good enough. The Browns still could lose anything that's 28-0. So.
Okay, so do you think that had anything to do with how y'all played, coming out on fire? Anything to do with the fact that the Steelers basically let y'all in the playoffs? Said, hey, we're not going to start starting quarterback. We're going to sit out a couple guys. Anything to that?
I wouldn't say that specifically like that. I don't think that really did anything with it. But the things that they said after that,
Juju
I think
comment
really helped. Yeah, and like people are saying like Juju's comment is irrelevant. Like that had nothing to do with the game. That had nothing to do with their motivation. Like literally every single time they scored, they were doing the freaking Corvette in the camera.
Yep.
And then after the game, they're saying Browns is the Browns. And you act like that had nothing to do with it.
Oh, it definitely hit home. Yeah, I don't understand why a team going to play in that team in the first round. Like, I'm going to give this team bulletin board material, like right now. Give us extra motivation, which they don't need that. Yeah, Claypool came out and said something after.
He said another thing today. He
clapped.
just said it. He said it like an hour ago. He said, no, I don't take it back. They're going to sit on the couch like I am. Like, whoop. Man, you better stop.
Oh, my goodness.
It's going to be, and then he just signed. I'm sorry, I'm just keep going. I'm saying all these things. And then he just signed with Jordan. Jordan brand member, and I'm like, he's about to hit that Jordan NBA curse, no ring, whole career. So.
Well, actually, that sounds about right. So, as a Browns fan, do you hate the Steelers the most, or are you like anti-Ravens, anti-Bengals? Well, you can't hate the Bengals; they just nothing to hate them for.
Low key, like people hate me when I say this, but I love the players on the Ravens. I think they're so cool. They got a lot of personality. They're fun to watch. Do I want to beat them every single time? Yes, but I do like the players. Bengals, like, kind of irrelevant right now. Funny that I can say that for once. But the Steelers, I lived in Pittsburgh for a few years, so my Steelers hate is like really up there.
No, I feel that. I mean, that's how Patriots fan here. That's how I feel about the Ravens because they beat us in the playoffs a couple times.
Yeah.
So, yeah, disgusting. I'm disgusted about them. But I agree. I like Lamar. Like, Lamar is amazing. He has fun interviews. Obviously, dude, he's like probably at any given point, if he's actually completing passes, he's probably the best player in the NFL. Obviously, he was awarded the MVP for doing such things, but man, he's electric.
I really like Marcus Peters too. Everybody hates him, but I think he's so funny.
Dude, their whole defense is just fun. Like when they go over, they picked off the Titans. Like, all right, first thing I'm doing, going to the emblem right now. I'm celebrating. I was like,
that was so good.
That's great. Love that.
How did you feel about that game? You said that you liked the Ravens, so were you rooting for them coming in?
I don't want them to win, but like they're cool to watch, I guess. I want them to win so they win me money. I think they're going to beat the Bills too. So.
Okay. Sprinkling them in a parlay, or was it a straight?
It was the same game parlay.
Okay. Big same parlay guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. So going against the Chiefs, do you think that the Browns have any chance?
Probably not.
No.
Did I think they have any chance last week? Absolutely zero. I thought we were going to get blown out. So maybe if I do the same thing, it'll be same results.
Little reverse jinx there. I like it.
Yeah, but I don't know. If I'm being realistic, the way that they can beat them is just let's not give Patrick Mahomes the ball. Let's just run the ball, run out the clock, score some touchdowns. Our defense is not good, so let's not try them.
Yeah, no, y'all definitely. I think that y'all have the recipe. I think that y'all have like a kind of good enough defense, but you can play possession football. You got the best running back duo in the league by far with Chubb and Hunt. So you can just hold the ball, just run out like 10 minutes of every quarter and keep Mahomes on the sideline, and maybe y'all can win. But am I betting on that?
I took the Browns in a parlay, and I put their odds up to plus 17.5. So I think y'all won't get killed, but that's about it.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see what happens. I won't make any assumptions yet, but am I nervous? No. I'm just happy.
Yeah. Nothing to lose there. You made the playoffs, won your first game against the rivals. Already a great season.
Yeah, there's no other team I would rather be in the playoffs and probably end their career, Big Ben, than the Steelers.
Think it's retirement time for Big Ben?
I think they get Sam Darnold and try that.
Oh my goodness! Did you hear what Big Ben said? Big Ben came out and was like, because his cap is $41 million next year. He's like, if they want me back, I'll come back. But he acted like he would retire if they said, hey, like you're not the guy for next year. So I can see something like that happen. But Sam Darnold,
cry. Yeah, Sam Darnold makes sense. Him and Juju already got that connection.
I think you want Sam Darnold to be the Steelers quarterback so they don't win any more games.
Yeah, so I think they would be good with him.
Really? You're a Darnold dollar believer?
Yes, I think the Jets screwed him over. He has no confidence there. They don't like him. He doesn't like them. It's just not a good fit. He needs out.
Hey, okay.
I will say Baker and Darnold, Baker was more pro ready. But he definitely got the better end of the stick getting drafted first. And for the first time in a while, the team who drafted first had a better system in place, brought in the coach after, Freddie. We'll get into that later. And Sam just got dropped off and they said, hey, you're going to have to do it all. And we're not helping you at all. So,
and we're just going to rush you.
But how did y'all manage to win without Stefanski? I mean, because Stefanski changed y'all. He made y'all an actual team. Everything has been clicking, and then he's not even allowed to like call in, play, Zoom, anything.
Take text, nothing.
Like that was.
How did we win? I don't think Juju Smith-Schuster for the whole thing.
Quarterback, man. I was like, nah. Son.
That first snap, I was like, all right, something's going on here. Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I bet.
Like all my emotions left my body after the first quarter, and like I couldn't do anything. I was like, that was the craziest thing that's ever happened in my life. Nothing will ever beat that.
Until y'all beat the Chiefs this week, that would change it.
Oh, yeah. I said that like the week before when we made the playoffs. So.
Okay.
If y'all beat the Chiefs, are y'all the all-out favorite to win the Super Bowl? Are
no,
you guys
not
believing that y'all can go?
No, I'm gonna think we're gonna lose the next game. But I would like to see a Browns-Ravens AFC championship.
Who do you think is the best team in the playoffs right now?
Packers.
Okay.
They had the easiest way to get there.
Okay, explain your reasoning.
Please.
Rams are bad, and I don't think Tom Brady or what's his face, old ass Drew Brees, have fun time in the cold in Green Bay. It'll probably be after hours, and they're old and crusty, and they can't stay up past 8. And Aaron Rodgers is really damn good.
Aaron Rodgers is amazing, but here's my case. All right, so as far as the NFC side, Packers going against the Rams, I do think that the Packers win just because the Rams don't have a quarterback. I mean, they got Gabb, but he doesn't have a thumb. It's not like he ever played with a thumb. I mean, it's just about the same with thumb or no thumb throwing the ball. But if their defense can just stop up the Packers. I mean, we've seen the Packers go on runs and then just go cold, like they're in Minnesota. I mean, Green Bay, Minnesota. They just go cold. So if the Rams can maybe get a score like they did against the Seahawks, stop the Packers a little bit, I think that the Rams can beat them. But let's say that the Packers do beat them. Facing off against Tom Brady is used to the cold. Tom Brady likes the cold. I'm not saying that they beat the Saints, but I am saying that they beat the Saints because the Saints blow it. I mean, have you been watching football for the last 5 years? What has happened in the playoffs every time for the Saints? Like, they just know how to lose a playoff game. So I think that Brady could go there and pose a threat to the Packers because I'm not a huge believer in their defense.
Okay, I have a little different way of thinking this. Aaron Rodgers is going to lose to the Rams. I said the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. I'm sticking with it. Aaron Rodgers is 0-4 in his career playing the number 1 ranked defense in the league. The Rams, number 1 ranked defense. They have Aaron Donald. They have Jalen Ramsey. You're gonna be forced to have to rely on MVS to not drop 3 touchdowns, for Allen Lazard to get open. Like, I know he's got a run game, but the Rams stop the run game. I know he has a good tight end, but like he's good at catching 2-yard touchdowns, not getting open and beating everyone downfield. So I could see it happening. You know, Cam Akers, if he's fully healthy, runs straight through that Packers defense. The Packers rushing defense is awful.
I just really like Aaron Rodgers.
So, needless to say, that was your MVP pick for this year, yeah?
Yeah, it's changed so much, though, from the start of the season till now. It was like, oh, Patrick Mahomes. Oh, maybe Kyler, maybe Russell Wilson. Oh, Russell Wilson's really good. And now it's like, no, they all suck. It's Aaron Rodgers.
Except for Patty LaBelle, the man is about to tear y'all defense up.
We'll see.
Mahomes.
We'll see.
Okay. Indeed. All right, let's hit on this Ravens-Bills game. So I guess your sneaky second team, the Ravens, going against the Bills. This guy's in love with Josh Allen.
How can you not be?
Dude, so are you a Josh Allen believer? How do you feel about Josh Allen?
I like Josh Allen. I think he's really good. However, I like Lamar better. Not as just a quarterback, I just think he's way cooler, way more swag. Swag points are winning.
Did you see them the Bills dancing to MC Hammer last week for that Colts game? They're getting a little
but did you see Lamar Jackson not shake their hand and walk right over? That was sick.
Okay. I mean, all I'm gonna say,
I like the Bills. I do. They're like the
Josh
Browns,
Allen.
but...
Josh Allen rolling out to the right.
Yes.
He can make some throws that Josh Allen just can't make. And yes, Lamar can run the ball significantly better, but he's going to have to make 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. He's going to have to make throws rolling right that I'm not sure if he can make. He could surprise me. I hope he does. I'm rooting for all. I hope this game's 40-41. We get to see every bit of offense, but I don't know. I like the Bills in this one.
I think it's going to be really close. I do. Yeah. And I think Justin Tucker is going to kick one real far in and beat him like he did to the Browns on that Monday night.
Hey, he missed one. He missed one last week.
One? And do it again.
Probably not. I'm just saying. It's a little that's just fresh on his mind.
No, definitely. The key, I guess, in that Ravens-Bills game, I think best player on the field, Josh Allen is an amazing quarterback. I mean, he can move, he can run and pick up a first down, and obviously he has basically all the arm talent in the world. We got Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, and maybe Josh Allen. Like as far as
he's
arm
up there.
talent, like
he can throw the ball farther than those guys. I don't know if he can make some of the throws Rodgers can make, and Mahomes can just. I mean, he can throw it just sideways.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
I mean, all that is fine and dandy, but Lamar Jackson is a different type of individual. Last week on the podcast, I said he's the best at bat. Like, he can obviously throw the ball, but he's probably a top 5 running back.
Yeah.
So
top
I think that he is just the X factor of X factors down here. Like him, Tyreek Hill, and maybe like Alvin Kamara and
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry?
Just you gotta put Nick Chubb over Derrick Henry.
Excuse me?
Oh goodness.
Yeah, state your case. You can't just be making insinuations like that.
Derrick Henry only had 40 rushing yards in his playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Nick Chubb had that on 1 touchdown. Nick Chubb, if he wasn't out for his injury, he would be leading the league in rushing.
So he's getting 2,000.
He's getting all.
Okay. I do think there is it's closer than people seem, like pure running the ball. Derrick Henry he's harder to tackle. Like if there's a guy straight in front of you, but Chubb has better technique. He seems to be able to shift you without doing the flashiest move. He just gets by you. And you found a way to get him in the pass game. I think that is key. Y'all finally passed him the ball. I don't really understand why he wasn't getting that before, but you see, put him in a screen, he's going to the house, which is a big factor you can do against the Chiefs because they're going to be expecting to run, but the Baker's going to have to that play action game and throwing a screen to Kareem or Chubb is going to really help out.
I know Kareem's going to be pumped for that game.
Oh, he's hyped. He is hyped. Let him go. He's like, all right, make it matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, oh my gosh. Just as a Patriots fan, I can't believe I'm saying this, but jealous of the Browns that y'all got Chubb. We drafted the wrong Georgia running back. Sonny Michel happened. Oh my gosh.
It's crazy because he was doing stuff in the pass game in college, and everyone's like, all right, Chubb's gonna run the ball better, but Sony, he's gonna be the pass catching guy.
The man hands
can't catch.
Bricks.
Lineman. It doesn't make any sense.
They're literal bricks. All right. So it's Ravens, Bills. So Rams, Packers. You say you got the Packers. Ravens, Bills. You running with the Ravens?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. All right. And of course, in the Browns KC game,
I'm going with the Browns.
You're riding with the Browns.
There you go.
Got to. Honestly respect anybody that loves a horrible team that's been sticking with them. Patriots fan, I've had it easy. I became a Pats fan in 07, 08. Didn't know anything about football. I watched the SoupBowl where they played against the Giants. Helmet catch. I didn't know the team was undefeated, but hey, Good thing that we lost. I went with the losing team, Patriots fan. That was my insurrection. But it's been easy. I mean, it's been super easy. As a Browns fan, y'all been going through the muck and the mud. 0-16, 0-15. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to take that, just to be honest. So all respect to you and the dog pound and everybody else in Ohio. Like, shout out. Like,
yeah, man, we've been through it.
Okay, after that, Baker had a pretty good rookie season. That sophomore season, though. After that season, did you?
I talked so much shit.
Okay. Because
I did.
I didn't know anyone that thought, hey, Baker's going to turn into this guy.
Oh no,
just
a lot
one
did.
coach. Well, I mean, I'm talking after the second year. After the second year, it was everyone who liked Baker was quiet. I mean, they should have been, but it's a quick transition. You bring in a new coach, which I'm going to put a lot of the blame on Freddie Kitchens. It has to be, right? Because if it's that severe of a change, something had to be going wrong there.
I'm putting the blame on John Dorsey, though.
Okay.
Just because he thought it was a good idea to put Freddie Kitchens in there, and I don't even think Freddie himself thought it was a good idea. But if someone says, hey, I want you to be the head coach, you can't say no.
Absolutely not. But I will say he's never
not qualified.
Yeah, he's never going to get another job anymore. After that, though, like head coaching, it's not going to happen. I don't know if it ever would have happened or should have happened, but now it's not.
Shouldn't have happened. But he has a decent job right now.
Where's he at right now? I don't even know.
He's, I think, tight end coach for the Giants. He's with the Giants.
Okay, that's why Evan Ingram's dropping all the balls. I get it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about OBJ? Because you guys get Odell Beckham Jr., one of the best receivers in the league at one point in time. You lose him, and you guys are rolling. Like, what are your feelings of Odell?
I love Odell. I want him on the team. I want him there right now. I don't think he's going to come back next season, but I don't know what we could get for him. He's injured. He hasn't put up numbers in a while. I don't know what the return would be for that, but I would love to have him on the field. I think we would be a better team with him on the field. And I think it just took the first part of the season for the offense to even just get together. Because it was new, something you didn't know. And I think it will work if he's there. I hope he's there. He's my favorite player on the team. But yeah, it kind of makes me sad.
Is it because he's the best looking player on the team?
No, he's cool. He's just a cool guy, and he's fun to watch, and he's funny, and he looks good.
How would you feel if he was before y'all's playoff game? If he was playing on some banana boat in Miami with his shirt off, with the rest of the receiving crew before he goes into the next playoff game? How would you feel about that?
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. I mean, not the best decision maker, but
no.
I mean, he puts up.
He can play.
Man, can he?
And he was hurt. He was hurt all last year. So I don't know. Yeah. Usually a guy like him, you're like, he's not going to play through injury. He had a core injury the whole year. He didn't really complain about it. Didn't say much about it. He's like, I'm going to go out there and play. And you could tell. It's not like that. Where do you see him going? Have you heard anything about maybe y'all trading him?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't want to think about it. It makes me feel sick.
Yeah.
Because he is my favorite, and I don't want him to go, but I think it might happen, but I just don't want it to.
Okay. All right. So the last game of this weekend, not the Super Bowl, but the SoupBowl, the Old Man Bowl, the Bucks versus the Saints.
Yep.
We got one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Andrew Brees, and we got the greatest quarterback of all time, in Tom Brady. Two teams facing off against each other. The Saints obviously just kicking the Bucks' ass. I mean,
twice.
The entire season. Twice in a row, they're facing off against each other again. Do you think that the Saints will be able to go for a three-peat, or do you think we're going to get Crazy Tom in the Ugg boots and the trench coat, just looking angry about the shade?
Yeah.
Maybe go.
I think Antonio Brown's having a big game. Antonio Brown is having a big game.
I'm with that.
And the Bucks are going to win.
Yeah, riding with the Bucks.
Okay.
No, okay. So I guess to be fair to the Saints, they do have a really good defense. Like I would say, probably the second best defense in the playoffs, right behind the Rams. Do you think they'll do anything to affect Brady because they can rush scoring, put him on the ground?
Will he be on the ground? Probably a few times. Will he win? Probably also yes.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. It's Tom Brady in the playoffs. You can't bet against him. You can't.
Especially when he's playing the guy who you can bet against in the playoffs. The guy who chokes here and there and everything seems to not happen. But I will say the Antonio Brown is sharp. I like that because Mike Evans is going to get locked up. I mean, Marshawn Lattimore locks him up every time. Godwin, he dropped 5-6 passes last week. I did see a stat. Antonio Brown, the last time he played against Saints defense, he had 115 yards and a touchdown. So I could see that happening. But you can't bet against Brady versus Breeze.
And we know how the Saints are in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, they're
frauds. And then the refs will probably pull some stuff anyways for them to win. So.
Yeah. Ooh, well, look, Brady's not in a Patriots jersey anymore, so I don't know if he get that type of cachet.
Oh, he got it. Don't worry.
Little TB12 paying him off a little bit.
How did you feel about Heineke?
Oh my goodness.
That was awesome. I loved that. That was so crazy. I wanted them to win so bad. I wanted Chase Young to sack him so bad. Man,
talk shit to the GOAT.
That was the crazy game, and it was awesome to watch.
Heck yeah. Do you think, well, I think he gets a job at least next year. Where do you think Heineke would go? What type of team do you think he would go to?
I don't know. I would not give him the starting job, to be honest. I think that was a playoff game. You're overhyped. You're ready to go. You're playing out of your mind there. I don't know if that's going to be every game kind of thing. He was good, yeah, but I feel like there's better options available.
Washington came out and said they're going to give him a chance to play for the starting job. They've also said maybe they want to bring in Cam Newton, maybe bring back Alex Smith, maybe draft a guy. So I could see him having a chance to get it, but I don't know. But that was amazing. I mean, no one really knew who he was. He was just like this guy. All right, Alex Smith's not starting. Maybe it's like a downgrade. It was an upgrade. It was a huge upgrade.
Yeah.
Like he kept them in the game.
You know who I'd like to see with the football team though? It will never happen. But I would like to see Deshaun Watson there. I think that'd be awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Deshaun Watson in the Patriots.
No.
He's not going there. It's gonna be Miami.
Miami.
They have talked about the Tua the third pick, but they came out. I think it was yesterday. Like an anonymous Miami Dolphin was like, "Hey, we're kind of unimpressed with Tua." So I don't know if that's something they need. Like, maybe they should be, but if you're trying to trade Tua, you don't need someone coming out there and saying, "Hey, he's not that good." Because to trade Deshaun Watson, you have to be sure you're getting a quarterback back and a lot of picks. Yeah. Like there's not really a set amount. I think the perfect fit for him is San Francisco. I know that it would kill me because that team went Super Bowl. I mean, you trade out Jimmy Garoppolo for Deshaun Watson, who's a top 5 quarterback. I mean, that's it. But the Washington football team, it makes sense. I don't know what they could give up for him. I mean, I'm sure they have draft picks and stuff, but I don't know what else they could throw in.
I mean, Alex Smith.
Yeah, they don't want him. They don't want him.
No, I don't think anybody would.
He got the comeback player of the year. Congrats, but that's
good for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Best performer of the weekend, I guess, from the quarterback standpoint, NFC. Who do you think is going to perform the best?
Out of all the teams?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers going against the Rams defense. You think Aaron Rodgers is going to have the biggest day?
Yep.
Okay.
It's not going to be Josh Allen. I'm telling you that.
I mean, you don't think Josh Allen's going to tear up that Ravens defense?
No.
They're going to get after him.
Marcus.
The Ravens defense is good. That Ravens defense is low-key. That is the advantage. The Bills defense is it's very average. And that Ravens defense, we've been like no one's really talking about it, but they just allowed 13 points to the Titans, who would they're third in the league in scoring. They scored 45 points on that's a little scary, but Josh Allen at home, Lamar just won his first playoff game. I don't know.
It's crazy, and I love it.
Yeah.
All right, AFC. So AFC side, you thinking Lamar Jackson has the biggest day?
No. I'm thinking my guy Baker Mayfield has a big day.
Okay.
Against that Kansas City defense, Kansas City does have a pretty good defense. You know, Honey Badger's back there hanging out.
So do the Steelers. They have
a couple times.
Steelers have such a great defense, but guess what? They had no sacks in that game, and that was the first time all season that they didn't. And we had our fourth string line out there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, first quarter 28-0. Browns did get some pretty great field position. I don't know, every time the whole quarter. So Baker did all right. Did he touch 300 or was he 270?
I didn't even see his stat line.
It was 260. It was 260.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at any stat line. Everything that happened I couldn't take it. Yeah.
Yeah, that game, the only stat that really mattered was they had 4 turnovers. That was it. It doesn't matter. Baker was just trying to keep them off the field. I mean, it doesn't matter. But he's gonna have to make some throws. But yes, y'all's O-line has been really good. I mean, your O-line coach had missed a couple weeks. I don't know if he was back last week. He should be back this week. So some of that, and the Chiefs, last year, their pressure was better. You know, their secondary has been around the same, but their pressure, they haven't been getting to quarterbacks as well. Yeah. And if you keep Baker from getting hit, he's really good. So you got a chance.
We'll see.
I will say this. All this talk, y'all got Aaron Rodgers winning. This man says Josh Allen second over my guy Pat.
Mm-hmm.
If any of y'all listening know who Roy Jones Jr. is, he believes that he's the greatest blocker of all time. I think that he's definitely one of them. He did this song called "Y'all Must Have Forgot," and I think that's gonna be Patrick Mahomes on Sunday. Everybody talking all this crap about how great all these other quarterbacks is. The man's gonna throw for 400, and he's gonna say, "Y'all must have forgot." He's basically the Steph Curry of football. Y'all must have forgot.
Throwing for what'd you say? 400.
400.
You know how many yards Big Ben threw?
500. That was
501.
Yeah.
Except he wouldn't toss some touchdowns. I mean, he ain't tossing touchdowns like young Patty. Patty ain't turning the ball over. So I think he's gonna do his thing.
The Chiefs have not covered all season,
and
they are favored by 10 points. That's a lot. I see it being close. I'm not sure the Browns have a chance to actually win it, but the Chiefs don't blow teams out like they should. Now, it is a playoff game. They may approach it much differently. But, I mean, when they won the Super Bowl, I mean, they were down 24-0 against the Texans. So it's not like they're this juggernaut who just kills you early.
So are you into any basketball?
Absolutely. Love NBA. But, you know, it's not as fun when your team gets blown out by 30 points tonight.
Your team is, I'm assuming, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Okay.
That's my team.
So how you feel about young Colin Sexton? I mean, he's started the ball this year.
I like Colin Sexton. I like Darius Garland. I was iffy about them because before he'd literally only dribble with his head down and throw the ball up and get blocked every time. But he's a lot better. I went to a game 2 nights ago. We left in the third because we were already down by 30 and none of the guys were playing. But yeah, Cavs fan.
How do you feel about Kevin Love? Are y'all ready to ship him out?
Yeah, we want him off the team. We don't hate him. We love him. But just go somewhere else. I'm tired of you showing up just to get pictures of your fits to be on League Fits. and getting paid $40 million to just do that.
Were you happy about the Drummond trade?
I mean, yeah, I guess. It was out of nowhere. I mean, he's good for the team, but we're probably going to get rid of him now that we just got Jared Allen.
Yeah, I was about to say, y'all are just trading for big men. Like when the NBA is going small, you have the two like smallest guards, and you're like, all right, we're gonna load this up with big men. Like y'all need a wing. I don't know.
Well, Drummond's gone. We're trading him. We're getting rid of him.
Yeah.
I hope Kevin Love goes with him, and Jared Allen's gonna be our big guy.
How do you feel about LeBron since he divorced you guys not once but twice? He did bring you back from winning.
I will love him forever for that reason, and I want him to win every ring he possibly can until he can't anymore. Because then they can't say more rings for Michael Jordan.
So you're telling me that you think LeBron is better than Jordan?
LeBron is the greatest basketball player of all time.
Okay, give us some context on that one.
He is better at everything, literally everything, except maybe not trash talk and maybe not gambling. LeBron.
Okay, so
hear me out again for this reason. LeBron with the Cavs, phenomenal. That's his team. They go to the finals every single year. They're playing super teams. It's LeBron versus the super team. So he leaves the Cavs. They win how many games? Like 20. Michael Jordan leaves the Bulls. They win 2 less games than they did the next year, and they're still good.
This is a fair point. I'll say this. I'll state my case for the Jordan thing. Obviously, the most important thing whenever you play a game is to win. Jordan won more. We don't even have to get into that. But we're just on the basketball skill standpoint thing. So we got two sides of the ball. Jordan is better at scoring. He scores more points. He doesn't assist as much, but I mean, he's scoring, he's winning the games. And defense. Defensive player of the year, though Braun should have won over Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol didn't even make the first team all defensive team, but they gave him defensive player of the year. But hey, we're from Memphis, so we're rolling with Gasol. Gasol, boy, the teammates know. Maybe Mark just hands him the trophy.
He already LeBron already said, hey man, Gasol's coming. I'm gonna need my trophy. I'm gonna need my shirt back.
Oh, come on. But no, on the defensive standpoint, I don't really think this because I think LeBron is absolutely one of the best defensive players of all time. But I don't think he's better at Jordan on the defensive side. And there's two sides of the game, offensive and defense. What are you going to give him? He's better at offense, he's better at defense.
I think he's better at both. For the reason why we won the championship in Cleveland.
With Kyrie. And with your boy Kevin Love.
Kyrie. Now Kyrie, he was my favorite player. I had posters, I had jerseys, I had shirts, I had everything. When he said I'm out, gave them all away. I'm like, I don't want this. I don't want anything to do with you because you hurt my feelings. And we gave you nothing but love and gave you a ring. And you're gonna cry like a little baby saying that you want to be the main guy. And now look at you. You're third string. The bitch is third string.
Okay.
Oh yes, let's get into
so he says, hey, I want to be the number one. Get me out of here, go to Boston. Didn't work out. Now he's the clear number 3. No one's out there arguing that Harden is not a better player. I mean, they play the same way basically. I mean, they're both, Harden can dribble, Kyrie can dribble better, obviously, but scoring the basketball, it's Harden. How's he gonna do that? Is he gonna ask for a trade? He's
just not gonna show up probably. Hasn't been there for weeks, hasn't told anybody where he is. They probably didn't tell him that Harden was coming there, and he probably didn't find out until we got the ESPN update on his phone, a little pop-up. He was probably like, oh shit, you guys are really gonna do that? I heard before that even happened, he said, Harden comes, no way I'm playing. Because he's selfish. And I hate talking shit on him because he does a lot of good things. He does. However,
great guy.
You are an employee. That's your job. If you don't do your job, it's kind of not cool. You can be a really good person, but be shitty at your job.
Well, there's also the fact that like he's going through some stuff right now, and like I don't understand it, but I get where he's coming from in that perspective. But at the same time, you can call Steve Nash and say, "Hey, I'm not going to be here for the next week," and Steve's going to be like, "All right, do what you got to do, come back with us." But he's not answering their calls, so that's a whole different issue. That's being a bad employee. That's not being a not good employee. That's being an awful employee. So. Yeah, I don't know.
No, absolutely. I do feel that like he's trying to do like a social justice thing. I think one game that he missed, he was in some Zoom meeting with maybe some politicians or something in New York, trying to figure some stuff out. But yeah, at the same time, dude, you can answer a phone, you can send a text. It's not really a thing. But talking about this third fiddle thing. All right, so Kevin Durant is clearly the best player on the team. He might be the best player in the NBA. I know there's some pushback. I wouldn't say he's the best, but he's definitely one of them. One of the greatest scorers, if not the greatest scorer of all time. As far as this team goes, so that leaves to who would be second fiddle. Well, in the games that KD and Kyrie did play, who was taking more shots?
Kyrie. I mean,
Kyrie was taking more shots,
but he's used to that. Okay. I mean, he had Russell Westbrook doing the thing. And Kyrie was more efficient than Westbrook, so he understands. He played with Steph, played with Clay. He knows how to do that. But the Harden thing makes it a whole different issue.
So you put in Harden, another guy that's dribble. Now with Golden State, it was a different thing because you had the greatest shooter of all time, the second greatest shooter of all time, and the third greatest shooter of all time, who is Kevin Durant. So that's the thing. You can move the ball, but you got two ball dominant guys in James Harden and Kyrie, and then who's gonna be Chris Bosh? Who's gonna be Kevin Love? Who's gonna make the sacrifice? Yeah. I don't see how it works, but I'm glad that it happened because I'm here for the spectacle. I'm ready to see it all like either go up and rise and triumph or burn down and crash and burn. Yep. And I'm here for the spectacle. So y'all think that Kyrie's gonna take the third fiddle?
Well, this is if he comes back. I mean, he has to show
be
up
on the court.
Yeah, so
he's gonna have to quarantine. I don't think he's gonna want to do that. He'll throw a fit.
Yeah, that might happen. But do you think there's a chance they did this because they don't think he's gonna show up, or this is like maybe?
Definitely.
Yeah, because I the Harden KD thing works because whatever you thought of Kyrie and KD, you have to think it's a little better with Harden, and we can say Harden doesn't play defense. But he played defense last year. He played defense in the playoffs. And there is a thing of him being 6'5". You know, Kyrie's 6'1", maybe 6'3". He's not capable of playing defense. Like, he can try, but it's not gonna do anything. So if that's the case, the only problem is you got rid of your bench. You got rid of LeVert and you got rid of Allen after losing Dinwiddie to injury. So that team we saw
later.
Yeah. Now, for some reason, teams just don't care about that. And they're like, all right, we're gonna trade all our picks, and then you got a team like the Thunder just taking it. It is, and it kind of has to be if you're gonna bring in KD. You know, he's 30, 31 years old. Yeah. Like, he's like, hey, I'm gonna come here, but I want y'all to give me the best chance to win. So I understand that.
All right, here my case. I think the best way that this works. And I'm not in agreement with this. I think Steve Nash will figure out something, but I think the best way that it works is Kevin Durant, third fiddle. The most efficient scorer.
I don't think you can do that.
I think that's going to end up being like that because you'll have James Harden dribbling the ball away, Kyrie dribbling the ball away, and then they'll just shuffle past the KD, and then he's easy money sniper, might net it. So would that be the best way that this could work with Kevin Durant being the third guy on your team?
I think the only way it works is if Kyrie goes number one because he'll already complain about it. When they went on that live together, they were like talking about like their game strategy, and Kyrie's like, no, we need to do more of this. And Katie's like, no, we already talked about it, dude. Like, I don't know why you're talking about it on here. So I think, yeah.
What's the chance that Harden comes off the bench? Like, not like full, you're going to like come off the bench and play 30 minutes. I'm talking like off the bench. He's playing 37, 38 minutes. He's playing with the starters, but they kind of give Kyrie the, okay, you're going to be the guy. Still, we're not changing the team. We're just adding Harden to kind of replace what Dinwiddie was doing, even though Dinwiddie was starting. Or do y'all think maybe they play Harden by himself more, play Kyrie by himself more? I don't know.
I think they all got to be on the floor at the same time, or someone's going to have a meltdown.
No.
And it's not going to be Kevin Durant.
I mean, it might be.
Well, his burner will be upset. That will be going on mid-game. ... All right.
Yeah.
I think that 100% chance that 80% of the time, one of those people are going to be on the floor. One of them at least.
Yeah.
But what is your over under, I guess, percentage wise that this is a success versus like a crash and burn?
I'll say 60% chance crash and burn.
60% crash and burn.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Well, no, when I say that, I don't mean like it's going to be a complete fail. I mean like Kyrie goes off the rails and then James Harden and Kevin Durant are still really good.
Okay.
Well, I think it's a fail if anything besides them going to the finals and working it out. That's got to be a fail. You have two top 5 guys, 3 top maybe 10, 12 guys.
Yeah.
Like that just not supposed to. Like this is better than, compare Kyrie to like Chris Bosh. Yeah. Compare Kyrie to Kevin Love. Like Kyrie is just a better player.
Compare Kyrie to like a Klay Thompson type. You got
now that's
Kevin Durant. Obviously, like Klay Thompson,
he fits better.
He fits better. He fits better into that team. But I'm just talking players in a vacuum, just playing basketball.
Yeah.
You got KD. Obviously, KD is on par with KD. You can have James Harden, Steph. Some people think Steph is better. I personally think Steph is better, but that is definitely an argument. The guy's been averaging 30 points for the last X amount of years. And then Kyrie to Klay Thompson, who you think is better. Yeah, one is the better fit, but like in a vacuum, Kyrie is probably better. So, woo! All right, what do you think if the Nets make it out of the East? They figure out how to beat Giannis. They figure out how to deal with size problems in defeating Joel Embiid.
Sixers, yeah.
That will be a problem. That dude is a monster. He's nasty, which we're going to talk about the center battle too. But they make it out of the East, and they face the Lakers. Do you think that the Lakers will have enough to beat this team if all things are working out?
I think the Lakers beat this team.
Really?
I think the Lakers. LeBron, good. Anthony Davis, great. Who's going to stop? How are they going to stop both of them?
On the same coin, how do you stop Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving?
I think LeBron and AD is better than those 3.
The Lakers have a much better defensive team. Who's good on defense on the Nets now? You let go to Jared Allen. Yeah. Who's good at defense? Like KD can play defense. He just
but he's gonna get body.
Put his hands up.
AD and DeAndre Jordan are going. How's Montrez and DeAndre Jordan going? Who's gonna guard Schroeder? Who's gonna guard KCP? Who's gonna guard AD? Who's gonna guard LeBron?
The only chance they have is if they put Kyle Kuzma out there for more minutes. So. I'm sorry. I don't hate him. He just annoys me.
Okay, I don't know how you can be a OBJ guy, OBJ girl, but not a Kuz. Kuz is like the
crybaby. He's a little puss boy. Like if you poke him in the side, he's gonna start crying and tweeting about it and making little IG live videos.
Maybe, but you can't hate on Caruso, can you?
No.
Caruso's the GOAT, right? This is just knowledge. This is
GOAT.
knowledge.
I wouldn't take it that far, but I wouldn't hate on him.
He's gonna have. I was waiting for his dunk in the finals. I was waiting for that picture, but it's gonna happen this year. Probably on DeAndre Jordan. Probably on DeAndre or KD. Whoever wants to jump with that.
That'd be great.
I can just visualize that.
I do. KD's not as bouncy anymore with the Achilles. I don't know. Might have.
No, I feel it. All right, so best center in the league. I was having this conversation with some guys, Joel Embiid or Jokic. And you can throw in AD. AD's not a center, he's a power forward. I think that he's the best big man in the league, Anthony Davis.
Oh, exactly.
But if we're going centers, just strictly centers, Jokic versus Joel Embiid, who do you think is the best center?
I think if he wasn't on the Sixers, he'd be the best.
Okay.
I don't know. I think he has bad vibes there. He's been trusting this damn process for way too long. He needs something else.
They offered Ben Simmons in the trade.
Yeah.
Now I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they included Maxey with them. I don't know who else they included, but for some reason the Rockets said we don't want Ben Simmons. So yeah, I was looking for that Harden and Embiid. That would have been something that Embiid could have been. Just he'd love that because Ben Simmons doesn't shoot. Like that's a whole different issue. Like Embiid as a big man with a great passing point guard, but like the point guard uses the lane and he clogs the lane for Embiid. So yeah, I don't know.
I think that they didn't go for it because the owner of the Rockets was probably like, so my GM is over there. You think I'm gonna give my ex-player to them and they won the championship? No way. I don't think it was a chance that they got him more than unless they got Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. I don't think that was going to happen. So they just were like, all right, we'll see what happens.
Also, the Sixers. I mean, they brought in a new coach. They're just attempting to make it work one more time, and they're good right now. So like, if they start out the year slow, maybe they're like, hey, I'll give up a lot. Let's get Harden. Let's just move on. But Simmons has been solid, but Embiid's been amazing. And you don't need two guys to win if one of the guys is 7 foot, has top best footwork in the game, can shoot, can score from anywhere, and just dominate everybody. So
yeah. So who do you Jokic and Embiid?
I mean, if we're going strictly in a vacuum, Embiid is a better basketball player, but on the Nuggets in that system. It's gotta be the Joker because, I mean, his passing ability is, I mean, who's better than him? Maybe Chris Paul, maybe LeBron. So we're saying top 3 passer in the league. He can score from anywhere. It doesn't look as fluid, but he can. And he is the team. He's the perfect team player. He helps everyone. He makes everyone better at basketball. Like everyone loves the Nuggets. Hey, they're a really talented team. They do, but it's because of Jokic. Jokic allows all of them to work together, allows all of them to get as many shots as they want, and he never complains about anything.
Okay. So you both are saying Embiid in a vacuum, yes? Embiid?
Yeah.
Embiid?
Yep.
In a vacuum?
In a complete vacuum, yes.
Cool. All right.
But not right now.
That makes sense. When you're saying Embiid, now, just to bring this circle back some, Jokic, not as good of a scorer, but a better passer, not as good of a rebounder, but he makes his teammates better. What does LeBron do? He does all those things, not as good of a scorer. Michael Jordan, better player. You ready to admit that? I mean, you just had basically the same comparison.
Michael Jordan, what everybody talks about, Michael Jordan, finals, but they never talk about him not making it to the finals and losing in like the first freaking round. Because no one wants to talk about that one. Everyone's like, LeBron didn't win the finals. Well, he's been in more finals, so I think that's kind of better.
Yeah,
that is still going to be in more.
It is a weird concept. Like it should be how many finals you win based on how many years you were in the league or years you had a competitive team. But there is the difference between Jokic and Embiid's defense is ginormous. The difference between LeBron and Jordan, there's a difference, but it's not.
I think it's a step. I think it's one step.
It's not 5 steps though.
No, it's not.
It's not. I mean,
like that, but I
Jokic couldn't guard me out there. If I was 6'8", I could score on Jokic. Like I have no doubt. Like he's not doing anything to actually stop anybody. He's there.
He's there. Just the body.
He's there.
For sure. I mean, Look, like I said, I mess with the Michelin Man. That's my dude. But I think I have to go with Embiid there as well. Anything else? What else is going on in the league? Anything else?
How about that college football game? How about that? How about that? What'd you think about that?
I'm not a big college football fan.
Okay. Okay, we're good then. We're good.
But I did watch it.
Yeah.
And
did you make any money on that?
No. Ohio did sacrifice Ohio State to lose so that the Browns could win a playoff game. And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I like that. Well, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming up. Do you have anything to give out?
Just if you guys want to follow me again on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, do it. It's Gabb Goudy, GabbGoudy. Follow me. I'm fun. I'll probably follow you back.
Right on. And also, we're doing a giveaway. So we're giving out $30 to multiple people. And I'm also going to give you a $20 win. And then we're going to have more prizes coming in the following weeks. But how you win, you can tweet at us, answer a poll, retweet a poll. But to win the $30, put in your 4 picks for this weekend's games. If you get those 4 picks, you'll be in the drawing to win the $30. But if you just retweet something, do whatever, you can win the $20. And like I said, these prizes are only going to go up with the upcoming week. So just stay tuned and let's get it. For myself, for young Zebo, Gabbs, this has been the GaZ Cast. Thanks for listening. Peace.
It's been great. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.